Before we start tonight's council meeting, we've got a couple of presentations to go through, and so we'll start those real quick. First, I will read a proclamation I have signed for National FFA Week. So, whereas FFA and agricultural education provides a strong foundation for the youth of America and for the future of food, fiber, and natural resource systems, and whereas FFA promotes leadership, personal growth, and career success among its members, and whereas agricultural education and FFA ensures steady supply of young professionals to meet the growing needs in the science, business, and technology of agriculture, and whereas the FFA motto, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve, gives direction and purpose to these students who take an active role in succeeding in their agricultural education, and whereas FFA promotes citizenship, volunteerism, patriotism, and cooperation, therefore I do hereby designate the week of February 21st through 28th, 2026 as National FFA Week. Signed, Carl D. Mann. So FFA is an outstanding organization. It impacts people in our community for their lifetime. I'm the product of FFA, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to have been a part of that organization and what it's meant for me all of my lifetime. So next we move on to a couple of special presentations. And that opening statement I'd like to read here. Before we get started, so thank you all for being here tonight. We are gathered to honor two officers whose dedication, character, and commitment to serving others have earned the trust of this department and the community that we serve. Promotions are not simply a change in rank, they are a responsibility to lead with integrity, humility, and accountability. Lieutenant Devlin Malden and Sergeant Braden Jones exemplify this department's core values through their daily actions and leadership. Their commitment to professionalism, service, and teamwork strengthens this organization and plays a vital role in building and maintaining trust within our community. Today, we proudly recognize their promotions, confident that they will continue to lead by example and serve this department in our community. I'd like to read the information on the certificate of promotion. This certificate is presented in recognition of your promotion to the rank of sergeant or higher, acknowledging your demonstrated leadership, dedication to duty, commitment to the highest standards of law enforcement. Through your professionalism, integrity, and service to the community, you have earned the trust and confidence of this department. This promotion reflects your readiness to lead by example and your continued responsibility to serve with honor and accountability. We will start off with Sergeant Braden Jones. Braden, if you want to come up to the front here. Sergeant Braden Jones was hired on December 10th, 2018, and has served the department with dedication, professionalism, and passion. For the past 3 years, Sergeant Jones has proudly served as a school resource officer in Newcastle Middle School, where he has been a mentor, role model, and trusted presence for our students, staff, and families. He is widely respected within the department for his strong work ethic, positive attitude, and natural leadership. Sergeant Jones leads by example, consistently demonstrating sound judgment, integrity, and a commitment to service, making him well deserving of the promotion to the rank of sergeant. Sergeant Jones will be pinned by his wife, Miranda Jones. I just want to come right back over here. Here for you. So take a quick pic of this. Taking videos. Okay. Miranda? You got you yet? I'd like to get please Barbara to come up here, take a picture, and then
3, 2, 1. Yep, we're ready. We're done.
All right, wait 1 second here. Do you have any other family here? Right.
Yeah, I do.
All right, if they want to come up and get in the picture, we'll be glad to get the picture with them as well.
Hard your collar came up a little bit on this side. There you
Wow, quite a team there.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Yeah, we're done.
Are you wearing your body camera?
Oh, we broke out the phone again.
Oh, Lord, I'm sure you had your camera on
I
there.
forgot last time.
All right. Lieutenant Beverly Malden was hired on September 10th, 2007, and has dedicated her career to serving the community with professionalism, compassion, and integrity. The past several years, she has served as a sex crimes and violent crimes investigator, working tirelessly on behalf of the victims, and often sacrificing her personal time to ensure justice is served. Lieutenant Malden is widely respected for her leadership and experience, and officers routinely seek her guidance and advice. Her commitment to victims, mentorship of fellow officers, and steady leadership reflect the highest standards of law enforcement and make her well-deserved promotion to the rank of lieutenant. Lieutenant Malden will be pinned by her son, Jacob Bowman. Try to think of this real quick, David. Jacob? Let's see how good you are at this. I don't know if you had your mom, probably go up to this.
Yeah.
Come up. Hey, Jake, you stuck up here, man.
Two, one. Yeah, we're still doing video.
Okay, that's good. Do you have a family member here, Kimberly?
I do.
They would like to step up here and get in the picture.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
You're fine. Thank you. I'm the shortest.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Thank you very much. As we conclude today's promotion ceremony, I want to again congratulate Lieutenant Beverly Malden and Sergeant Braden Jones on their well-earned promotions. We are grateful for their dedication, leadership, and commitment to serving both this department and our community. Thank you to the families, friends, and colleagues who support our officers every day. Their sacrifices do not go unnoticed. It is because of this shared commitment that we continue to uphold our values and strengthen the trust within our community. May God continue to guide and protect each of our officers as they serve, and may He bless this department and the community we're honored to protect. God bless, and thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thanks, sir. Everyone will rise. We'll have our opening prayer and flag salute.
Bow your heads with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Allow us to give us the knowledge and strength to do your will. In God's name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time I'll call the February 9th, 2026 meeting of the Newcastle Public Works Authority to order. First item on the agenda is roll call.
Carl Nell.
Here.
Jean Reed.
Here.
Todd DeVito.
Here.
Mike Fullerton.
Here.
Mr. White.
Item 2, discussion of possible action on approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion second for approval of the agenda.
Jean Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeVito.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 3, citizen comments. This is an opportunity for any citizen to comment on any matter related to the City of Newcastle Public Works that is not on the agenda. I remind any potential speakers, all speakers shall clearly state their name and address for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per person with only one speaking opportunity. Board members will not respond to comments or questions. Chair may end the comment period at his discretion, and prior authorization is required to distribute the materials or to approach the board. This time is during public comment from the Newcastle Public Works. Seeing none, item number 4, consent agenda. Is there an amendment?
And, actually,
Anyone?
yeah.
Okay. Item number 4, consent agenda. Is there any item any member of the board requests to be removed and addressed individually? All right. I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda with one adjustment. The item 4A should read the January minutes rather than December minutes.
Second.
Motion second for approval of the consent agenda as amended.
Jean Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeVito.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 5, discussion of possible action on any items removed from the consent agenda. There no action on that agenda item. Item number 6, discussion of possible action regarding adjusting the utility account number 06-4915-00. That service address is 2627 Northwest District. John and Christina, Georgia. Is Mr. Jordan our representative here this evening? Mr. Jordan or a representative? Seeing no, they did not attend this evening, I'll make a motion to continue this item to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
Motion second for continuance.
Jean Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeVito.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 6B, account number 07-3801-01. That service address of 4805 Lakefront Drive, Lisa Young. Is Ms. Young or a representative present? Please approach the podium, ma'am.
As long as I just talk.
Tell us about what happened.
Okay, I had a leak, and I had called the water department, and they said as soon as I got it fixed, that it could possibly be refunded. So then, Esri came out and they needed to find, it was kind of in a weird place, and so we had to call a different company to make sure that we knew where it was, instead of tearing everything up first. So they came out, everything was very prompt, like within a day or so. They found the leak very quickly and fixed it. No damage inside, it was going outside. And then I had gotten the last bill, and it was a $900 bill. So called the water company because they had told me before, once I got it fixed, that they said they could refund it, but I don't know if they expected a $900 bill either. So that was quite surprising. So anyway, they just said they could do $500, but I would have to come here to get the $900 approved.
So when did you get the repair done?
Hang on. Okay, so 120.
On the 20th? Okay, and
yeah.
so the bill you got was probably, based on your 22 bill date, January 22nd bill date. So hopefully that was all corrected before the end of the billing period there, so it won't carry over into your February billing date.
Okay.
If it does, if you have a high February bill, then come back and see us and
Okay.
and potentially adjust that. But I will make a motion to adjust the December 25 and the January 26 utility bill to the average of the prior 12 months.
Second.
Motion second for adjusting the utility bill.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco,
Yes.
Mike Gordon,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes, Carl Nell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, the one question, your,
Yes.
back of your house, twisted columns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
I recognize that.
Yeah, good to see you with you.
You too.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action on approval of revised agreement between the City of Newcastle, the Newcastle Public Works Authority, and the Newcastle Youth Sports Association.
Council approved the original agreement with NYSA last month. And that was the agreement that was made with NYSA. We would go ahead and approve the original agreement, and then we would work on the amendments or addendums to the agreement. Within 2 or 3 days, we had some addendums that we had to go through, and got all of those negotiated out and worked through, and we have a final agreement that has already been signed by NYSA.
No major, nothing major as far as.
Nothing major at all, no. Mainly just, really just a lot of clarification.
Questions? Have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the, item number 7, on the Youth Sports Association agreement.
Second.
Motion second for approval of item number 7.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco,
Yes.
Mike Gordon,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes, Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 8, monthly treasurer's report. Kind of like it seems like 50 to 70% of the town is still under the weather today. So, she was unable to make it. So, we all received that report, via email. So, any questions, just please reach out to Kevin. Okay. All right, item number 9, general manager's comments.
Water department has been working very hard on the town center plaza, trying to get water and sewer installed. They did run into a little bit of an issue with the sewer going across the frontage of the property and had to take some different measurements out there and relocate it just a little bit back toward the east. It was too close to the water line and a gas line that was running through there. So they're taking care of that and should be getting that installed fairly quickly, I would hope. Other than that, I really don't have a whole lot.
Did we need to do a new easement or anything on that, or follow in the existing easement on the plat since the line was moved? If it was adjusted, did it fall outside the easement or?
I think it's still within,
Still within?
yeah.
Item number 10, trustee comments. All right, item number 11 is adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion second for adjournment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned. All right, this time I'll call the February 9th meeting of Newcastle City Council to order. First item on the agenda is roll call.
Carl Nell,
Here.
Gene Reed,
Here.
Todd DeMeco,
Here.
Mike Fullerton,
Here.
Marcy White.
Item number 2, discussion. Union possible action on approval of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second for approval.
Every Watson.
Huh?
Watson,
Yeah.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 3, citizen comments. This is an opportunity for any citizen to comment on any matter related to the city of Newcastle that is not on the agenda. It might remind any potential speakers that all speakers should clearly state their name and address for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per person with only one speaking opportunity. Council members will not respond to comments or questions, and the mayor may end comment period at his discretion. And prior authorization is required for distribution of materials or to approach the council. Finally, public comments related to the city of Newcastle. Seeing that, move to item number 4, consent agenda. Is there any items on the consent agenda that any member of the council desire to be removed and addressed individually? All right. Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve item number 4 consent agenda with one adjustment. The item 4A indicates December minutes, and that needs to be changed to reflect January minutes.
Second.
Motion second for approval of item number 4.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 5, discussion of possible action on any item included in the consent agenda. No action on that agenda item. Item number 6, discussion of possible action on recommendation of planning commission. And we have numerous continuations, so with my issues I'm having tonight, I will not fully read each one of these, but I will call them out and make a motion on each of these. So item number 6A, public hearing. I'll make a motion to continue this item to our next regularly scheduled meeting. Motion second for continuance.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item 6B, I will make a move to continue this item to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
Motion second for continuance.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. 6C, I make a motion to continue this item to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
Motion second for continuance.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item 6D, make a motion to continue this item to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
Motion second for continuance.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. 6E, make a motion to continue this item to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
Motion second for continuance.
Gene Reed,
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton,
Yes.
Marcy White, yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item 6F, public hearing, discussion, possible action on the recommendation of planning commission to rezone from A agriculture to E1 suburban estate residential. Carter L. Smith and Sarah Smith, husband and wife, property located in north half of south half of northwest of section 16, township 9 north range 4 west Indian Meridian, Plain County, Oklahoma, and adoption of ordinance number 1009.
Good evening, council members. Janae Greenlee with the Newcastle Planning Department. This application is R 2026-001. It's a rezoning from A General Agriculture District to E1 Suburban Residential District. On the left side is the aerial map, and you can see it's outlined. This property is outlined in the red. It's for approximately 2 acres located at 1200 North Rockwell for Connor L. and Sarah Smith. The middle picture on the screen is the zoning. As you can see, the surrounding zoning is mostly general agriculture. We do have some E2 and E1 up on Northwest 16. And the land use plan designates this as urban residential as well. And a land use amendment is not required with this application. Basically, the Smiths came in for a building permit to do an addition to their existing home, and we found out that they have a non-conforming ag lot. They have approximately a little bit over 2 acres, and requirement is 5 acre minimum in general agriculture. So they need to be brought into conformance with the zoning. So we recommend them rezone to E1 Suburban Residential District. I'm happy to answer any questions. There were no protests with this application. The applicant is here if you have any additional questions. And I will point out that when they do come in for a building permit, they will also be required to do a floodplain permit as well.
And this is just There's no other, there's no other alternative to this, right? This needs to be corrected on.
That is correct.
I move to approve.
Let's see, real quick, is there any public comment concerning the agenda item?
Sorry.
All right, have a motion and second for approval?
Gene Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 6G, discussion of possible action on adopting the emergency clause in ordinance number 1009.
Move to approve.
Motion second for approval of item number 6G.
Gene Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item 6H, discussion of possible action on planning commission recommendation for approval of preliminary plat of Armstrong Center.
So item 6H, 6I are linked to the preliminary plat and the final plat. So I'm going to go through the presentation and present them together, but obviously you'll have to vote on each one. So the owner and developer is Armstrong Bank. The engineer is Cedar Creek. And the engineer, Derek, is here with us today as well. This is located at the southeast corner of North Main Street and Northeast 24th Street. It's approximately a little bit over 11.6 acres, and it is already zoned CC2. So the applicant's engineer and their design team came to us and said, hey, we want to get this developed for commercial uses. And being that it's already CC2 and there is not dedication of roads and a lot of infrastructure, there's a small 8-inch water line that has to be relocated that is serving the Newcastle Christian Church currently. That water line and that easement will be vacated. That water line is removed and it'll come along the south edge of that Armstrong property and the connecting Newcastle Christian Church property so they can be served. So it's 5 commercial lots. They're all, like I said, zone CC2. And the infrastructure is already there. The only thing that they are requesting is not to upsize the 8-inch water main that's already existing on Main Street and Northeast 24th, as our ordinance requires 12-inch mains on section line roads. This is much like Castle Court development where we did not require the upsize of that water line as well because it was already existing and the pressures and the volumes meet the requirements for the users. So I'll just go through. So we got 5 commercial lots. We got one on the corner here. This is the preliminary plat. Let me get to the site plan. So potential use here on the corner here, lot 3, 4, and 5. They have met all the requirements for the preliminary plat as well as the final plat. Staff recommends approval of the preliminary plat and the final plat. I'm happy to answer any questions, and the engineer is here as well.
What's going on lot 3?
I don't know. I have no idea. We don't know the end users. It could all be any user that is a permitted use in CC2.
Little jest, but sure looks impressive.
Well, and that's why we want to go ahead and move. We brought the preliminary plat and the final plat together so that these lots can get developed and get sold.
Now, I looked at it before, is lot 5 the detention pond?
Yes, there is a common area on a common space on lot 5. It's outside of the, let me get my cursor to work. So this is the common area for the
So my
detention pond.
question really is are there 4 developable, 4 lots or 5? There are 5 plus the
Plus the-
detention pond area.
That's correct.
And from a water line standpoint, what's south of this on the highway there? Is it a 12-inch in front of the church?
No, it's an 8-inch.
Is that 8-inch? How far down does that 8-inch go?
I believe that 8-inch goes all the way down. I have to look on our map, but I believe that it goes all the way down on it would be on the east side of Main Street, all the way down to almost
130 of it.
130.
Yeah.
So the requirement is a 12-inch in the front there on the west, along the highway side.
The planning requirements in chapter 153 require, so for new developments, it requires 12-inch on section line roads.
Right.
Yes, this is a new development that already has existing infrastructure. So,
Technically, it would require a 12-inch, but there's no other, where I'm headed is, there's no other 12-inch along
that is correct.
62 south of that tie-in.
Well, there does show the 12-inch at Fox Lane, yeah.
Fox.
All the way down the bottom, so, yeah. And then, no 12-inch along the north, for them to loop into, is that 8 along the north? Or
That's
is there
correct.
a line along the north?
Mhm.
There is a 12 that comes out, from the same pattern as well.
Makes no,
Ties into the 8 sorry,
go ahead.
That ties, yeah.
into the 862.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to require 12-inch when everything else is 8.
No.
There's no benefit, yeah. If that was the last little piece of line that needed to be 12, then that would make sense. There's no reason.
Right. Or if there was a bigger need for water, I mean,
Or if we had plans to do a 12-inch water line project along 62 at some point.
right. Now, having said that, have they already, I'm assuming they've been through all the steps and whatever that it shows their fire flow and everything will be met for that area,
Yes, and
whatever
hydrants,
they develop?
that will have to be installed as well. There's one hydrant that will have to be installed, I think, on lot 5, which is this end lot here. There's an existing hydrant down here. I have to go back and look.
But an 8-inch line will supply
Yes,
whatever
sir.
needed.
Yes. And meet the fire
So I
flow.
know there's no way to tell who's coming and what lot and all those things. And I agree with the fast track of the prelim and final for the property. What are we requiring for the detention pond itself? Are we requiring the pond to be built prior to the plat being filed?
That's correct.
It's gonna be a dry
Yes.
pond,
Yes, sir.
just not a feature, not a water feature exactly, but
That's correct.
Who will maintain and own the rest of that pond though that falls outside that common area? Is that state ownership of Armstrong?
Outside of the.
Is there a lot line that, am I looking at that right? Am I,
No, this is just,
the lot,
these
the
that,
pond is wholly on its separate
Correct.
lot?
no, it's on a common area within, yes, so it's not a separate lot, it's a common area. So it's outside of lot 5,
So it's a separate piece.
it's a separate piece,
So
labeled common area. Okay, for the
who's
property,
responsible for that in
the POA. So when they file the final plat, they'll have to supply covenants, which we don't obviously enforce, so they will be responsible for this private detention pond. It won't be city maintained, it won't be dedicated to the city.
the,
Questions for staff? Is there any public comment concerning this agenda item? All right. Well, the next agenda is council needs to provide the applicant with a list of listed entities to develop on their property. But
Based on Facebook feedback.
yes, it's Facebook. If you need any ideas, Derek, you can hit Facebook up.
and coffee shop feedback.
Right.
No other public comment, I think, any motion?
I move to approve item
H, 6H.
6H.
Second.
Motion second for approval item number 6H.
Jim Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Yes. Carl Nell.
Item 6I, discussion and possible action on planning commission recommendation for approval of final plat of Armstrong Corner.
Move to approve, item 6I.
Second.
Motion second for approval item number 6I.
Jim Reed.
Yes.
Todd DeMeco.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Thank you very much. Item number 7, discussion and possible action on award of bid for the bridge grading improvement phase 2 and approval to issue notice to proceed conditional on satisfaction of contract requirement.
A total of 8 bids were received for this project. Phase 2 is the last phase of the project. Hopefully will be done before June 30th this year. CEC is recommending the low bid of $265,617 to the company MTZ Construction incorporated that. They've met all the requirements and of the bid process.
Any questions on this final, well, this next phase of the ridge? Is this the last one?
I think this last phase.
The last phase, I was gonna say that, but then I was like, wait a second,
Yeah, be careful.
that thing's about as old as I am.
CEC is here as well, if anybody has any questions for us.
I'll just be glad to get this thing done and that's behind us. Right for the motion.
Motion approved, agenda item 7, Ward 2 NTZ construction. I missed the amount.
265,
Yeah, $65,000.
76, 17, 265, 617.
What they said. No, I never said a male. No. Oh, good, okay, good.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second for approval item number 7.
Jane Reese.
Yes.
Todd DeRico.
Yes.
Mike Fullerton.
Yes.
Marcy White. Yes. Carl Nell.
Yes. Item number 8, discussion of possible action on approval of tennis court, pickleball court design, and cost proposal from Copeland Design Collective and authorization for payment from the Bar Linkage Fund and 30% of the half-cent sales tax fund for capital improvement.
So basically, we're looking at the plan that I briefly showed council in January at the meeting. And we did have a meeting with the Parks Board.
January 21st.
That's right, your birthday, that's correct, January 21st. And the Parks Board was completely supportive and excited about the project. We then met with the AD from Newcastle High School, Coach Brickman, and the tennis coach. Showed them what the plans look like. Talked to them about their practice schedules and things of that nature. And they said that this would be a tremendous help for their students and they could alternate their teams that they have and the players they have. And we made it very clear that we will block out times, which will go through the parks director, block out times for them whenever they want to set their schedule. It doesn't matter. We'll just block those times out. They were very supportive of that. So we would like to go ahead and proceed forward with this project. 788, just a little over 788 is the total cost on this. Parks Board also agreed that 200,000 would be taken from the linkage fees or the park fund, which I believe right now they have about 238, if I'm not mistaken, in that park fund. And then of course the rest of it would come from 30% money out of the half-cent capital improvement tax, which I had cleared with Jeff probably on several occasions about 3 months ago when we talked about that. So and I think that I said that would leave us about 398 or a little over 4 in 30% when I looked at it.
And they were very appreciative. They were so appreciative of, coming up from that meeting and they're saying a lot of good things about Newcastle and your staff. So I appreciate it.
We hope an updated timeline on this thing from Copeland Design. Hopefully it will be done. Sounded like about the end of June.
August.
Was it
August?
Come on up here. Yeah, come on up here.
I don't think it was that late.
I think we said June, Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Let's
May.
start pushing it this over.
I don't want to give,
Double fit those hands or?
So, if everything goes right, it would be late July, early August that everything would be completed. That's what you said, yeah.
We gotta ask, Kyle, is there any movement on the basketball court? You know where?
No, right now they are still trying to complete all their existing courts.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be a good year and a half before they start looking into new courts.
Council, remember this, 2 tennis courts, 4 pickleball courts, and 2 volleyball courts. I think the volleyball courts are probably gonna be just about as popular as the pickleball because of the kids that play down here on 62.
Exactly. Yeah, I really had almost forgot about that feature being offered there. That's just great. And is that parking just to the east of?
That's that long parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be plenty of room.
No, I mean,
That Great Square?
in the blue, yeah.
No, that's basketball court.
That's existing.
That's
basketball.
the existing court. Okay, very
Existing
good.
one, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well,
Way more parking there than over on, Main.
Right.
I'm very pleased to make a motion to approve item 8 with a great appreciation for the city being able to do this.
Make the second.
Motion second for approval of item number 8.
Jean Reed?
Yes.
Mike Fullerton?
Yes.
Todd DeMarco?
Yes.
Marcy White? Yes. Carl Nell?
Yes. Item number 9, discussion of possible action on approval of a revised agreement between the city of Newcastle, the Newcastle Public Works Authority, and the Newcastle Youth Sports Association. Same thing.
Who did that role?
I don't know. Make a motion for agenda item 9.
Second.
Motion second for approval of item number 9.
Jean Reed?
Yes.
Mike Fullerton?
Yes.
Todd DeMarco?
Yes.
Marcy White? Yes. Carl Nell?
Yes. Item number 10, city manager's comments.
Do I need to slow this down? We're making record time.
I know.
No.
Well, Jean gave him a challenge to do it like the old days, and
Like when I was mayor.
I think there was midnight flush.
Don't anyone look back at those notes, by the way.
I really don't. The only thing I have is we're getting ready to start budgeting, of course, the budgeting meetings and things of that nature with all of our department heads, and to see where things look like they're going to come out. It takes some time. It'll take us a couple of months. We'll be ready. We'll probably come back next month meeting and set a date for the budget workshop like we did last year and the last few years. Sometime mid to late May. So we're ready to get started. At least I am. I don't know about everybody else, but that's all that matters.
Very good. Item number 11, councilmember comments.
I'll kick this off. I'm not one to talk a lot in public, but,
Well, discuss correction.
hey, the chamber, each month has their coffee. I think they call it, morning mingle or something. And the city hosted it again, this past Friday. And, it was a great meeting. Mayor, figured out how to be out of town, so we missed you there.
Yeah, I just hate to miss that. I enjoyed
And
that.
city manager came in late that morning, but no, he was he was in a meeting.
Oh, it started at 8:30.
He was in it's at 9 o'clock. So well, he was in a meeting, a very important meeting. Jeanette did a great job presenting. The reason I just want to mention this is there are just multiple positive remarks from the business owners, the business operators, and the members, therefore the members of our chamber here, that they had a lot of positive things to say. From those people present, plus many of them said, I continue to hear a lot of compliments and positive remarks. And it was kind of prompted in part by talking about the parks and all the activities. So Kyle got a lot of recognition from the group and a lot of he and his organization. So it was just really was intriguing to see I mean, you always want to hear good things, and there were some builders and developers there, and one of the builders said Newcastle has more requirements than any other city that he builds in. Well, that's what we hear from everybody, and I think other cities probably hear the same thing. But he said that in a compliment. He was not complaining. He said they take care of their residents. And he said they have a lot of requirements. And he said, we meet the requirements. Whether he does or not, I'll check with the planning department. And then that led into the discussion about the planning department, how well staffed we are now compared to, we've gotten better and better over the years. And they received very nice compliments too. So parks, planning, city streets, city water, you got a lot of good accolades, right, Jeanette? And so I just want to be sure and say that. It was really a pleasure being part of that. Mike spoke, and it was a good meeting, and kudos.
I'd like to bring up, I talked to Kevin a little bit about it, but with the accidents that we've been having on 130, I was wondering if we might be able to get and push for, as a group, push for a traffic safety study for 130, to show how many accidents have happened, how severe the accidents were, so that we can start working toward pushing to get this on the 8-year plan for the near future. That's all I got on that part.
So I have something that ties to that. So I looked at the elevation of that hill, right, and the low of the stop sign coming in. And you take the vacant property in the northeast, there's quite a bit, there's a little bit, not quite a bit, there's a little bit of cover or a little bit of grass that's grown up towards the barbed wire up there. I wonder if we can knock some of that down. If you're coming up over, if you're coming west on 130, that is low enough that if you're coming to the stop sign, you're actually kind of underneath that existing ground over there on top of that northeast corner. And then when you add a layer of vegetation to it, there's some visibility challenges, I feel like, and I'm not an expert, but I've looked at the elevation of the thing, so I can at least speak to the differences in that. So is there a way to get that looked at, maybe knock that down and be the northeast corner there and be that east side of the right of way as you're going north?
Yeah, we're still need to meet property.
Yes, it is,
Yes,
but I think it's in the right of way.
And we'll look at that. If it's right away, we'll take care of it.
I think it's.
Either way, it'll get taken care of.
Thank you. I think so. If we need to call Pete, I'll be happy to help make that call too. But, yeah.
That's actually Tony.
Tony, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get it taken care of.
So 130 at 76 is coming along, and
I do have a little update on that if you want to hear it real quick.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Tammy Robinson from Haskell Lemon called me last week to give me an update. And so they were actually supposed to switch the lanes as you're going north and southbound. That traffic right now, if you're going southbound, you come over to the left and go around, and then you go to the right to left. Well, it's all supposed to switch because they're going to start working on the other side. And then supposedly, what I was told, within 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks probably, both lanes of travel will be opened up because they'll be working all on the east side.
Oh, wow.
So you'll have both directions flowing. So it sounds like it's moving along pretty well. They got some fantastic work done last week on that east side already. So
What's their projected?
I think it's still somewhere out around, I don't know, June, July. I mean, it's a 450-day project when it was lit. So
I think I came up with November. Yeah, with holidays and everything, it came in.
With weather.
Yeah, based on weather and stuff.
it could be. I mean, they started, I think, about last morning already.
And March 5th, I thought was when it started.
So still no signalization.
I have not heard a word back from ODOT.
Plans don't show no signalization.
Yeah.
Well, I emailed the director and the Division 3 engineer, district engineer down here, copied the mayor on that, but that's been a couple, 3 months ago now. Because the way that intersection is laid out, westbound, the 130 piece of that is laid out for signalization. You can't stack 3 cars in a row right there and expect everybody to be able to see around each other if they're going north or southbound. So, anyway, it has been approached, and we will approach it again if we need to.
Yeah, keep.
And we will keep pushing. And I've had a couple of conversations with Director Gatz about 130. And I think he's very open to trying to do something with it, and I'll continue to have those conversations.
On the whole, you mean? 130 in general?
The entire 130. Yeah. ODOT would really love to get that stretch of highway off system. And so, it's not on an 8-year plan. Last we talked, he was looking for alternatives that's getting involved in the 8-year plan. I don't know that those exist, but that's going to be fairly costly to do. But anyway, I've been keeping it on his radar, and we'll see. they're just so strapped for funding right now. It's very difficult. One thing you can do is to reach out to your legislators about this, but also about increased highway funding. We do not get enough highway funding from the legislature to do what needs to be done in the state.
Which is why we end up doing it.
You are correct. You know,
Yeah.
and they're going, you gotta pay for roadways one way or the other, so, I know it's always tight, but, we just need more roadway funding in Oklahoma, without a doubt.
Most other states use about between 12 and 16% of their state budget. We're using about 4 to 6.
Yeah. So, if we wanna build roads like Texas, we gotta pay taxes like Texas.
Yeah.
Well, even, I mean, like Utah, 16% of their budget.
Good grief. We didn't have last year.
All right, any other?
Just one thing, I know it sounds like, and we have been communicating with the school district. I'd like to consider a meeting, like an annual meeting, or get a group meeting with the school and council and staff, to just have kind of a end of year, how'd it go? What's it look like? Is there anything we can talk about and do different? Is there anything we can share? Maybe decisions aren't made from that, 'cause you all communicate those things and do those already. But if we could put maybe some kind of combined meeting together, I think that would be a great
Like a
benefit.
town hall, well, I mean, not necessarily for input, but for sharing between the groups.
Yeah, and,
Town hall's not-
then maybe that helps with what to do next, or whatever the next meeting is. Engages some of council and engages some of, the school staff, and so I'm just talking out loud about it. I'm not, picking a date right now and saying this is when we should do it. I'm just saying it's a suggestion.
I'm intrigued by that, maybe one of those, be careful what you ask for, because, but what a nice message that would send out to the community, and maybe once a year, maybe it's a special meeting, but let both boards, call the order so we can all be here.
Yeah.
Put together a simple enough agenda that mainly is exchange of information and vision.
That's right. Just a roundtable discussion,
Wow.
not trying to.
You could easily call it a workshop, might have to.
Right.
That'd be great, yeah. And it's like you said, sharing of information and ideas, and, from that maybe comes next steps to do for the next school year and our next, next steps.
It's a good face to the community too.
Did you explore that? Carl, are you supportive of that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Could you explore that?
I know that you get into summer and folks are off and, and all that, and we could pick a time probably and coordinate, but if we give enough notice, then we probably could put a workshop together, right? Yeah.
Council member comments? All right, we'll be done by 7 then.
Well, I would say
Item number 12.
we did good through the snow, that everybody did good during the snow from the city. So that went pretty smooth and everything.
Yeah, but someone's been mowing, they're out there mowing. And, that's good. The old grass is dead, everything but the weeds, they're getting caught up and everything. That's pretty good to see.
Well, they're out on the roads and stuff. Our main roads were nice and good. I mean, get the luxury of having several state highways, so that helped, but still, even our,
ODOT did a fantastic job on the highways out here this time. I was surprised.
yeah, it was
really
good.
Item number 12, adjournment.
Motion adjourned.
Motion second adjournment. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.